Diane Dobson was a 36-year-old mother of three. On February 14, 1995, she was last seen walking along Prince Road around 5:45 p.m. The next day, her body was discovered in a ditch at Windsor's Brighton Beach. Investigators determined she had been violently attacked with a fatal blow to the head.
We're pleading to the public and people from 1995 who were friends and family of Diane Dobson to come forward and speak with us.
Despite 3 decades passing, the Major Crimes Unit is resubmitting evidence for advanced DNA analysis, hoping new technology will lead to a breakthrough.
And I'm not an expert, but they need a lot less samples to provide a profile. And the profile is what's uploaded to the data bank. Right now, there's some DNA, but there wasn't enough to generate a profile. Now we're hoping that with advances in science that a profile can actually be compared to the data bank or to a possible suspect that we can then go and get DNA from the suspect and compare it to crime scene.
Staff Sergeant Ted Novak with the Major Crimes Unit says investigators have started a cold case review project to re-examine unsolved homicides, including Dobson's, and are now in the process of digitizing old paper files so details of cases can be reviewed on a computer.
Our investigators, they put their heart and souls into these investigations, and without optimism, we have to have that optimism because we believe there's always an end goal, and the end goal is justice for the family and finding the person responsible and holding them accountable.
Novak says there haven't been any new tips on the Dobson case in the last 5 years, encouraging anyone with information to come forward, including those who previously spoke to police.
A lot of these interviews, and we understand memories are fragile, but they have provided statements back 30 years ago. And now that as we collate the information and look at that, and we realize there may be areas that we want to fine tune or we want to zero in on, so that we want them to come forward, or we'll be knocking on their door to get another interview just to find a better timeline or to identify other leads at that point.
Police say even the smallest detail could make a difference in solving this decades-old case. If you know anything, now is the time to come forward. Meantime, my former colleague Christy Bezaire did a series on Windsor cold cases back in 2012. We pulled her story on this case, and you can watch the whole thing as part of our online coverage at ctvnewswindsor.ca. Stephanie?
Chris Campbell with our top story tonight. Thank you, Chris.